4 years after Russia set off an international crisis when it seized Crimea from Ukraine, there are new tensions in the region this morning. The Russian Navy fired on 3 Ukrainian ships it said had entered its waters off Crimea. One even rammed a Ukrainian boat. Now, several Ukrainian sailors were injured. The United Nations Security Council will hold an emergency meeting to discuss the confrontation. Elizabeth Palmer, who's reported from Russia extensively, is following the developments this morning from London. Elizabeth, good morning.
Good morning, Norah. This clash took place in a busy shipping channel that's used by both Russia and Ukraine. In a video shot on board a Russian Coast Guard vessel, you can hear an officer shouting orders to cut off the smaller Ukrainian tugboat, and then he rams it. Now, that tug, along with 2 small Ukrainian gunboats, were subsequently seized and docked in Russia, while the Russians showed more military muscle, even flying fighter jets along a bridge that spans the channel. The whole area has been tense ever since the Russian military invaded and then annexed the Crimean Peninsula, which was, until then, a part of Ukraine back in 2014. The Ukrainians have called this Russian action an aggression. In Kiev last night, a crowd protested outside the Russian embassy. Meanwhile, the Russians are insisting that those Ukrainian ships entered Russian waters in violation of international law. As you might expect, the facts of the matter are still unclear, but the United States does appear to be siding with Ukraine, and we know that because the American Special Envoy on Ukraine, Kurt Volker, has tweeted, "Russia rams Ukrainian vessel peacefully traveling toward port," and then accuses Ukraine of provocation. Gayle?
That's an interesting question. Thank you very much, Elizabeth.